I'm in Logan Botanic Gardens at the southern end of the Rhins of Galloway, and here are some of the most fantastic collection of exotic, wonderful plants from around the world. And here's a man who knows everything about it. This is Alan, the
garden supervisor.
Now your passion is?
Trees.
Love them! Trees! There's something about trees, isn't there?
Yeah, I absolutely love them. I always have done. And the collection of trees we have here at Logan is just out of this world. Antipodean trees in particular here, eucalyptus, dixonias, cyatheas. We have trees from all over the world.
These I love because these are tree ferns. Now, explain where these came from.
So these trees here were actually planted indoors in Edinburgh. They had been in there for about 150 years, believe it or not. And due to the revamping of the glass houses in Edinburgh and the fact that they were just outgrowing their space, they decided, right, we need a home for these.
How do you move a giant tree fern like that from Edinburgh to here in the southern end of Scotland?
Well, it's quite simple, really. You take a chainsaw.
What?
A chainsaw,
Yeah.
believe it or not, it sounds harsh.
Yeah.
And these were cut down at ground level up in Edinburgh. So under the ground there,
Criminal, surely.
underground there we have maybe about 3 feet of trunk under there.
Yeah.
So they were simply cut at the base. The fronds on top there were trimmed back right into their groziers, into the centre of the crown. And then they were transported on the back of a trailer,
Yeah.
from Edinburgh down to here.
It's stuck in the ground here.
So the prep work that we did here was excavated holes about 1 metre squared, plonked the tree ferns in, backfilled with a shrub mix and compost, and yeah.
The technical term when you're gardening is plonking it into the ground. Now then, a really important thing, how old is this tree?
So this one here is roughly about 150 years old.
Is there any truth as a tree expert in hugging a tree?
I think so, yes. Yeah, definitely.
Happy days. Lovely tree. 150 years old. You know that's nearly a squillion years old. And they chopped it off with a chainsaw and plonked it and plonked it in the ground here at Logan, and it's just blooming lovely. This looks a bit like an awful lot of debris. Am I right in thinking these are rhubarb plants?
This here, I've actually heard it being described as like a spider's graveyard when it's died down like this. It's actually Gunnera cryptica, this stuff here. So it grows gigantic leaves about 8 feet across, believe it or not. And it grows perfectly well in this boggy area here at Logan. It absolutely thrives in a wet area. As you can see here, we've chopped these huge stems off and just throw them into the centre of the plants.
Do you know what? This would look really good on my bike, wouldn't it? I could stick it on the back of the bike and then everybody would see me coming. Love it. Brilliant.
I've actually been known to use them as an umbrella if it's been raining quite heavily here. They work exceptionally well.
It's brilliant. Hang on, what's that behind me over there? That looks like a...
So in the middle of the Gunnera here is a beautiful tree. It's one of my favourite here at Logan. It's a Metasequoia glyptostroboides.
Have you got that? A Metasequoia.
Metasequoia glyptostroboides, or the common name is the dawn redwood. It's a beautiful, beautiful tree. You'll notice at the moment it's turning a really lovely colour, quite unusual for a conifer in that it's deciduous. And it's grown primarily for that colour. It turns a lovely colour of gold and bronze, and it really loves a wet environment like in amongst this Gunnera here.
This is just sensational. Logan Botanic Gardens at the southern end of Scotland on the Rhins of Galloway. It's one of the jewels of horticulture in the whole of the British Isles.